With a cry of battle, the sentinels charged, riding through the ashen dunes atop their majestic sabers. Syndra drove, slaying most with a single strike. The skirmish began like countless others, yet evolved like nothing she had ever seen before, or would ever see again. For hours they clashed, the sentinels challenged by the divine vigor of their bloodsworn hosts. Bloodsworn corpses littered the street, their torches doused with a sizzle and a whimper as they dropped to the dunes. In time, however, sentinel bodies fell alongside. The conduit through the heart of Val'shir turned into a battle like none other, and it soon became difficult to determine which side would emerge victorious, or if either could stake that claim. Sentinels, misshapen figures, and gigantic cats lay strewn across the street, blood soaking into the ash. Yet the winged creature standing before the cathedral merely smiled, a fiendish taunt for the Order of Myr. Raelyn and Syndra came together, both exhausted, both soaked in the blood of their enemy. The pair scanned the street, the same horrific expression across each of their faces. Neither said a word. After dozens, if not hundreds, of prior victories together, neither had to. They each knew what the other was thinking, and as they turned to Kryxyss, they each knew what they had to do. "This only ends one way," Raelyn said with determination. Syndra charged first, clearing a path to the cathedral while Raelyn galloped behind. As Syndra turned, Raelyn leapt from her saber, vaulting to the base of the stairs. Smoke and shadow erupted as Kryxyss unfolded her horrific wings. Her eyes burned a brilliant amber, her fingernails grew to malicious blades, and her smile grew ever wider. Raelyn engaged without hesitation. Twin blades and sinister claws pierced the night air, their weapons clashing in rapid succession. Syndra watched in awe. The duel of the century had commenced. The pair fought with fury, a fire born from within as the duel to the death played out before Syndra's eyes. Each received blows that would fell a hardened soldier, yet their fire burned, each second more intense than the last. Syndra wanted desperately to engage the creature, to fight alongside her friend and mentor. Her commander's instructions were clear, however. Syndra was not to interfere under any circumstances, but as Raelyn absorbed yet another blow, Syndra knew it was the only way. She yelled to her saber, urging it forward. "Vosha! Charge!" The loyal saber quickly obliged, leaping past dozens of bloodsworn. Syndra vaulted from her saber. She withdrew her weapons and thrust forward with all her might. "Syndra, no!" Raelyn commanded. Kryxyss spun, slicing across Raelyn's face as a pulse erupted from the winged abomination. An unseen force struck Syndra. As though a stone wall had materialized within the mist, she launched backward, her weapons flying from her hands. Helpless, she tumbled to the ashen dunes of the street. Syndra's vision blurred. Her ears rang and blood poured from her nose. She turned to the cathedral and the battle raging before it. To her horror, the duel was over. A lean form lay crumpled beneath a broken pillar, and a black winged beast stood triumphantly atop the stairs. Her maniacal smile returned. Syndra knew in an instant what she had done, and the cost of her foolishness. Anger burned within as Syndra scoured the dunes for her weapons, prepared to confront the abomination herself. She called to her saber and any sentinel still drawing breath. Vosha charged the cathedral, as did several of her fellow sentinels. Yet as they neared, Kryxyss stood to face them, raising her palm skyward. She flexed her arms and clenched her fists, drawing the mist from the street. It turned yellow and swirled, twisting into a vortex of ashen debris. While Syndra charged, bodies around her began to stir. The fallen bodies of bloodsworn and sentinel alike. The mangled, bloodied corpses gained their footing and turned, their eyes glowing a dim, dull amber. "No," Syndra whispered in disbelief. "Ray!" She called, but there would be no movement and no response from her dearest friend. The risen corpses advanced, one methodical step after the other. Syndra clutched her weapons, calling once more. Vosha! The ash billowed before her as 3 hulking forms rose from the street. Salt and pepper debris fell from the dunes, revealing giant sabers. Their fur was mangled and bloodied, their fatal wounds glistening in the moonlight. Yet their eyes burned a brilliant amber, and their bodies angled in Syndra's direction. Her heart sank while the risen masses encircled her. Vosha! She called again, desperation in her voice. Her giant cat did not respond. It continued to stare forward, fixed on the winged creature atop the stairs and its insidious smile. Vosha! Syndra screamed, swinging her blades while the risen closed in. Her striped saber finally turned, much to Syndra's relief, until it came full circle, staring her down with its cold, burning amber eyes. No, she whispered. Her shoulders slumped, and her arms fell to her side. Without hesitation, the saber charged. Vosha, no!